binoculars. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting transfer updates. We start with Franck Kessie as Juventus want to start negotiations ASAP over a loan to buy deal for the Barca star. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Girona midfielder Oriol Romeu, as despite rumors of a move very close, there is a problem. We are going to be discussing about that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona midfielder Franck Kessie has become a hot prospect in the market lately. The Ivorian has become a subject of interest for multiple clubs across Europe, including Juventus. The Italian giants revealed their interest in signing Kessie as a potential replacement for Paul Pogba earlier this month, but they were only keen on a loan deal, whereas Barcelona preferred a permanent sale. The Catalans are facing economic crisis right now and desperately need to bring in fresh funds. That is why they want Franck Kessie to leave on permanent, as it will help them not only reduce the salary mass but also bring in some amount of revenue. To that end, Gianluca Di Marzio has offered an update on the future of Franck Kessie, suggesting that Serie A giants Juventus are ready to sign the Ivorian on a loan deal, with an option to buy clause included in his contract. The report suggests Juventus and Barca will work together to find a resolution that will satisfy the both parties involved. The club have professed their desire to sign the midfielder on a loan deal with a right to redemption. Barcelona have yet to make a decision on this proposal. They are currently evaluating the offer. But more importantly, Franck Kessie himself has not given his green light to switch to Juve. In fact, the Ivorian is yet to even decide on whether or not he wants to decide or to leave Camp Nou, although the midfielder has been very understanding as to what we have been getting in regards to Barca's economic situation. He is not fully on board with the idea of leaving so early. Barcelona, for their part, are relying on Kessie's potential sale for funds, move for new players, for new targets in the market, including Oriol Romeu and perhaps even Giovanni Lo Celso, who has been identified as a potential alternative for the 80 million euro rated Bernardo Silva. Of course, Franck Kessie's future continues to remain a hot topic of discussion. The player remains undecided, I must say, as to his next destination, and I think that is bringing a lot of problems because so far Barca have not sell anyone outright, apart from French defender Samuel Umtiti. That was not even a sale; it was just how can I say? It was just a mutual termination of contract. Apart from Umtiti leaving the club, nobody else have left, and it's quite ironical that a club that needs sell more than any other club are still to sell any player to another club, which makes it even more controversial. And players like Franck Kessie so far have been the only exit link player who looks like he is set to leave the club, despite rumors saying that he doesn't want to leave and stuff like that. But the player is open to leaving. Saudi Arabian giants Al Hilal, Al Ali, Al Nassr have made moves but failed because the player does not see the Saudi Arabian country as a place to go for now. He still believes that he can still make his name, make his fame playing in Europe where football is a center there, rather than going to Saudi Arabia where he might be lost out of the planet, like some of these stars who have been tempted by the huge amount of cash and they have sacrificed their legacy, or let me say their footballing careers for money. Of course, everybody have their choice, but Franck Kessie wants to remain in Europe and play at the top level until he might reach a certain age before start considering such. So as it stands, Juventus have been highly mentioned by uncountable reports lately that Juve are pushing for the signing. Of course, Juve want to start negotiations ASAP over a loan to buy deal potentially for the Barca midfielder Franck Kessie. And the reports are saying that the player have not ruled out Juventus either, but negotiations are still going on with loan to buy. So let's see where Franck Kessie ends up. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Then moving on to the final story of discussion. After a long run pursuit of a pivot midfielder, Barca can now close the book as it is a new Solar. As Neil Solar says, it's reporting that the signing of Romeu from Girona has been closed. In fact, an official announcement about the same could be made as early as this coming Monday. Barca have been on the lookout for a defensive midfielder all through the summer. After Busquets' confirmed departure, targets like Marcelo Brozovic, Kimmich, Zubimendi were, considering the and discarded for one or the other reason. Finally, Barca settled on Oriol Romeu as their preferred option as the 31-year-old fit into the club's current economic reality and knows the Barca philosophy well, having come through the ranks of La Masia and made a couple of senior appearances for the team as well. Negotiations with Granada have been going on for a while, and a breakthrough was finally achieved last night, with reports claiming that Barca would be signing the player for 5 million plus variables, while also sending Pablo Torre on a loan deal to Girona. Now, building on that, Neil Solar is reporting that the deal is completely sealed and could be made official this coming Monday. It comes as a huge boost for Xavi Hernandez, who had been intent on signing a pivot midfielder before the team flew off to the United States of America for their pre-season tour. Given Romeu's proven pedigree and experience coupled with his familiarity with the Barca ideologies, should help him adapt fairly quickly to the team. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.